Causeway Street Podcast. I'm your host, Josue Pavone. Joel Pavone. Mr. Sean Dutra.
Hey, this is Leon Poe, man. You listening to Causeway Street Podcast.
What's up, y'all? This is Kenny Anderson.
Hi, this is Tyler Zeller from the Boston Celtics.
Y'all listen to the Causeway Street Podcast.
For all you new listeners out there, I'm your host, Josue Pavone. I'm joined as usual by my two co-hosts.
I'm Sean Dutra. What's up?
Yeah, talk
long
about
walks
yourself.
on the beach.
There you go. Joel Pavone. What up?
I'm a Pisces. The most romantic.
It leads off with that.
The most romantic sign in all of Zodiac.
Oh.
You couldn't tell by my voice already.
Oh.
Sexy.
But I'm the producer of this ensemble that we call Causeway Street. In case you missed it.
Hey, Bill Walton here, Celtics 1986. You're listening to the Causeway Street Podcast. Yeah, come here for nothing but the truth. This is where dreams come true. Thank you, Boston, for my life.
Where are we going?
You guys are such homers.
It's your boy Tay Rozier. You're listening to the Causeway Street Podcast. Now listen to my boys Joe, Sway, Joel, and Sean.
All right. Back with another special edition of the Causeway Street Podcast.
Let's
this is
go.
the NBA Finals edition of the Causeway Street Podcast, and we got the whole crew in the building right now.
We're back.
Josue Pavone,
Hey.
Joel Pavone, Sean
What up?
Dutra. I'm finally behind the mic. It's been over a month, but it feels like it's been like over a year, man.
Yeah.
Welcome back, bro.
No
Welcome back.
bullshit. It literally feels like it's been that long.
I thought you were trying to bounce, bro.
I mean, I was trying to get back over here, but you guys are holding it down so well. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll come in next week. We'll do the finals thing. If the finals are still going on, I'll come back and we'll talk about what's been happening.
I
But
see, getting that contract from Rain and Jays, huh? Trying to get they trying to sign you to a contract.
no,
offer or
not
something?
quite, Sean. Not quite. But hey, we got a final series now, right? Kind of.
Well,
Yes. No.
it's going to Game 5.
It's going to Game 5. It can go to Game 6 though. I don't know.
It can also go to
It
Game
could.
7 too.
It could go that route, but I don't know. 137, 116. I mean, I thought I was watching a NBA 2K game in Game 5, man. I couldn't believe the way the Cleveland Cavaliers came out. They dropped nearly 50.
The beginning of that game was like
In the first quarter.
It was like they were playing against a JV team.
It's like
It's ridiculous.
No, the first two games and Game 4 was like NBA Jam. That's what it was.
Or NBA Jam. You know what? That's a better reference, okay? That's even better.
Heating up.
That's better than NBA 2K because
Like, these games are ending in the 130s.
I mean, Joel's onto something. I mean, you got LeBron James throwing alley-oops off the backboard like it was an All-Star game. You got
he Tracy McGrady, Kobe Bryant, that one.
They
you got
had
KYRIE
86
dropping
points.
threes from Curry land.
No, they had 86 points at halftime. At halftime.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like, I would say if the Celtics probably had like 4 or 5 games where they didn't score 86 points in the entire
Game.
this year, right? Like that's ridiculous. So, I don't know. Can they keep it up? Is it I don't think they can because the way they played was the best that they've ever. I think that's Cavaliers on full blast.
Well,
like it's not on 75%.
right.
That's on full blast.
That's
the
on
entire
full
way.
blast. But the question is, can they keep that going?
How long
'cause
can that
think about
last?
it.
How long can that last?
But hey, it can last one more game, and if it does, you're heading back to Cleveland, and you're feeling pretty damn good about yourself with an opportunity to force a Game 7 in your building.
If this goes to 6,
The pressure's on.
Then
The
I'll
pressure's
talk.
on.
Then I'll talk about a series.
Exactly.
Then I'll talk about a series.
If it goes to 6, the pressure is on Golden State all of a
then
sudden.
I'll talk about a series
because they have to take care of business
Yep.
in Cleveland. So
if they can't close out Cleveland in Game 5 in their building with everything going for them, then you gotta start thinking, are they gonna collapse again? But I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
Not there yet?
I'm
No.
not there yet.
Not buying
I'm
it?
Not
How
there
funny,
yet.
how funny though that because it's Cleveland and they were down 3-0 and they win Game 4 and they're like, whoa, all of a sudden it's just like last year. Any other team would have been like
from one game,
it's a
right,
wrap.
right.
It's like when the Celtics won Game 3. Did anybody think, whoa, they could push it to 7 back at the Garden?
All I'm saying is no other team has LeBron James on it, man. That's it. Like,
You and your DeRozan quotes every episode now.
I'm just saying. My buddy told me a funny thing the other day. He was like, what if LeBron James just retires and just says, I was so much better than everybody. I was just fucking with the league the entire time.
Why don't we play that game? Like, let's see if in the last 5 or 6 years of his career. If he hops on to Minnesota, see if he make them a championship contender. Maybe if he hop over to the Kings, he can do the same thing over there.
Why are you saying he can't? Because I legitimately think
Well, I am in one of those that believes that every team he would go to is an automatic championship contender.
But I'm glad you bring that up because that's something that we're gonna have to get into in this episode. If LeBron James and the Cavaliers do drop this series, do we see LeBron James actually change uniforms one more time, or maybe another time? Who knows? We'll get into that. We'll talk about that. We'll get into that. We'll talk about the Durant conversation between him and LeBron James, passing the torch. We'll get into all of that. And before we put in our 2 cents, we're going to bring in our guest of the show. It's a very, very, very special guest, guys. Nick Gelso, the CEO and founder of the CLNS Media Network, is taking time out of his busy schedule to join us. And Nick, your debut on Causeway, man. Welcome to the show.
Mr. CEO.
Dudes, yeah, my busy day, I was falling asleep on the couch watching CNN. No, man, I mean, yeah, I was just listening to you guys, and I don't think LeBron, I mean, I'll tell you what, I think Kevin Love is definitely gone, but I can't see LeBron leaving. I mean,
I can't either.
I would just be, that city might as well just go away if that happens. Just leave.
Well, let me ask you. Let me ask you this, Nick. Is this whole situation part of his fault? Because we know how he pushed to get J.R. Smith re-signed, Tristan Thompson. I mean, he got his buddies, his crew, the same crew that he was rapping along with Future. At the Future concert before the NBA Finals started. Would you put this on LeBron in terms of the Cleveland Cavaliers not getting enough talent, or do you just see the Golden State Warriors just being just too dominant?
I think it's the Golden State Warriors are too dominant. I mean, but the Cavs don't play defense. I mean, I think that's a definite issue, but for them. But yeah, I kind of think it's the Warriors are just that good. It was like you guys were saying, it's like NBA Jam watching them. And I mean, I'm so glad. I don't know if it's going on with those goons from ESPN, the talking heads, during the games, if they're going on about LeBron not having enough talent around him. But if I hear that, I'm going to have to bang my head off the wall, because I've been watching the games, but I'll mute those idiots. Mark Jackson, it's stop.
Oh, yeah. Well, all you're here is Jeff Van Gundy
you gotta love
salivating over Rihanna or Khloe Kardashian. That's all you've heard the entire time. So
that's right.
I mean,
and pointing out every time he thinks everybody carries, right? That's Jeff Van Gundy's
Jeff Van Gundy, man. I don't know. He'll find his girl someday, man. Someday.
I was the only guy that doesn't like Mark Jackson, but was rooting for him to get a coaching job, so we don't have to listen to him anymore.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat. So that'd be great. Actually.
You don't like when he says, "Mama, there goes that man" for no reason.
Oh my God!
What the hell does that even mean, man?
I'm
with you.
It's bad when the best parts of the telecast are when they're just busting each other's balls, because their analysis is horrible. Yeah. I have to say, and that's such a big part of the game for me. And this year, it was, think about, we had Weber, Reggie Miller. Are you kidding me? And Marv Albert was on another planet. He was getting the guys' names wrong. I mean, it's just, I don't know. The broadcasts are terrible. Anyway, I don't know how I got off of that.
Well, no, that's okay, man. That's what we do here. It happens often. Don't worry about it.
No, wait a minute, though. If every game could have Tommy Heinsohn in it, I think we'd all be okay.
Yeah. People in
Poor
Boston
Tommy.
All right, well,
he just ends it with poor Tommy.
Poor Tommy.
What about
you can't say nothing back.
What about the rookie out there and covering the NBA Finals, the former Boston Celtics legend Paul Pierce? What do you think
I think he's been phenomenal.
I think so
I'll
too.
tell you what, going back to 2010, 11, Paul Pierce has gotten so much better with the microphone. I mean, go back on our YouTube channel, those old pressers. He used to and just he would mumble a lot.
Yeah,
he's
that's
just
true.
gotten really articulate. He's a bit on the hot takes, but I love it because he's the truth.
Well, was he spitting that truth when he was talking about Kevin Durant? What's your take on that?
What did he say about Kevin Durant?
He called Kevin Durant the best player in the world right now.
I think he is too. I'm with him. I mean, I think LeBron is all. I was listening to you guys before. Any team with LeBron on it is an instant contender. I agree. But I think LeBron has plateaued. He's I think we're gonna start to see him slow down a little bit. There's a lot of miles on those legs.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm trust me. I can't stand LeBron James more than anybody else, but I think he's got it, man. He's just there.
Yeah, but Sean, you got to remember this is Paul Pierce saying this, right? I mean, Paul Pierce was the guy that after he took down LeBron in the East, took down Kobe in the NBA Finals in 2008, was the champion, was the MVP of the NBA Finals. That summer, he gets asked by some reporter overseas, "Oh, who do you think who's the best player in the NBA? Kobe Bryant or LeBron James?" And he's like, "I'm the best player in the NBA. I just beat those guys." In Paul's mind, it's about who can dethrone the other person on the biggest stage, and that's what he's going with that.
That's the way that, I mean, not to put Paul Pierce in the old timers category, but I'm growing up watching basketball. That's the way it was, man. Yeah. Best player. You fought to be the best in the world, and the best in the world was the MVP on the championship team. That's just what it was. Going back, I just want to go back to Tommy for 1 second. Are any of you guys old? Are any of you guys old enough to remember when he was on CBS with like Dick Stockton and Brent Musburger? Are any of you guys old enough?
No, I've heard those broadcasts though, but I didn't watch them live.
He would try so hard to be non-biased. And I can see. I remember being a kid, and like my friends that were Lakers fans would be like, "That Tommy Heinsohn, he's a son of a bitch. He loves the Celtics." Blah blah blah. I'd be like, "No." And now listening back to it, holy cow! The entire national broadcast was pro Celtics.
Oh, nice. I wish they'd put him on the broadcast right now.
Could you imagine? Oh, the poor guy. He wouldn't be able to keep up. I don't think. He's still great though.
No, the only reason why he's still in the air is because of Mike Gorman. That's a fact.
Yeah, but the way the refs have been in this series, though, can you imagine Tommy losing his mind?
Oh, Jesus.
I'll tell you what. And you know who's been banging my phone out is Donaghy, texting me off the hook. The fix is in. The fix is in. He was saying it before Game 4. Like, it is going to be such a poorly officiated game, and the refs will have the Cavs win. And he was right. I mean, I don't think it was too hard to predict. We could have predicted it, but it's just funny that every time this time of year Donaghy resurfaces, starts texting me.
Well, did he mention anything about a report out there that the refs were going to get like a $10 million bonus if they win at least 5 or something like that? That's something.
Not to me, but I'm sure he's probably saying it everywhere. I mean, that's one he wouldn't pass up on.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I'll tell you, the NBA. I was listening to a news report just before I come on that the ratings could beat Jordan's last year.
Yeah,
I mean,
I read that. Yeah, about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, you get the first trilogy like in the NBA Finals history. Like this hasn't happened where you've got the same two teams in 3 years. Where
yes,
and two
back to
back, where each team won the other one. You know what I mean? There was always a hiccup there.
Mid-'80s. That'd have to be the mid-'80s, right?
Well, no, it was
it skipped a year.
They skipped the year. It was back to back and it skipped the year, right?
Yeah. It was the Lakers in Philly and then Lakers in Boston after that.
Philly came in and that's it. This is the first trilogy, which is really like it's great for the league because you got a trilogy, but at the same time, like for you to make this happen, Kevin Durant had to go to the friggin' Warriors, man, which just sort of screwed up everything.
But I disagree with you because the Golden State Warriors would have gotten to the finals without Durant. They may not have won, but I think they would have gotten there. You guys don't think they would have gotten there?
Well,
I think they would have.
You think they would have swept?
If Leonard suffers the same injury, yeah, I think that's fair to say.
Well, we're talking same season. I mean, just kind of switching up the personnel. I don't know.
I mean, even if he's healthy, though, they probably fall short, whether it was in 6 or 7 games. Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the Warriors were the best team. I mean, they just come off winning 72 games or 3 games or whatever. I mean, I don't care that they lost in the finals. Listen, and as far as this series goes, I had Warriors in 6. I'm sticking with it. I think they're going to want to stick it to the Cavs on there. Of course, they're going to want to win in Game 5 if they could. But if not, I think they want to beat the Cavs on their home court, on the Cavs' home court.
Yeah, that was my original prediction as well. I'm still seeing it go 6. I really do. I think the Cavaliers can win in Oakland. I mean, I don't think that's crazy to believe. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a nail biter. You're going to see something similar to what we saw in Game 3, but I do think it's possible.
Well, the other thing too is I heard you guys mentioning about LeBron, or we were talking about LeBron getting a little older. He's definitely picking his spots more now than he ever has.
Well, I feel like he was a little more passive in Game 4 because he wanted to save that energy. Because I don't care what anyone says. I mean, he was tired at the end of the Game 3. Yeah, in Game 4, he was definitely picking his spots.
Yeah, the Vertical put out a report. LeBron's exhausted. No shit. I mean, come on, really? That was a good one. That was not one of Woj's best. I don't think it was Woj.
It was a hot take.
It was definitely not Woj. That. Pretty soon we're going to be on our Twitter.
I think it was Mannix.
Twitter constantly refreshing to see what's going on with free agency. How about last year? My thumbs were sore because you just sit on your timeline to see if we got Durant.
Oh, refresh. Dude, that was it.
Great time of year though.
And then Horford tweeted out those 18 Shamrocks, and you knew what was going to happen.
Dang.
All right. Well, look, even though it's the NBA final show, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you a Celtics question, Nick. Markelle Fultz, he visited the Celtics. The kid loves himself some Boston. Let's put it that way. I mean, he's praying for the Celtics to take him at number 1. My question to you is, what are the chances the Celtics trade that pick? And if they do keep it, is it safe to assume the Celtics will take Fultz?
Oh, man. Well, they're definitely going to take Fultz if they keep it. But isn't that such a hard question to answer with Danny Ainge? I mean, first of all, think about it. The Celtics have never had a number 1 pick. And Danny, if you look at his draft selections, I mean, who are his 2 standouts? Bradley and Smart? I mean, over the entire – right? Yeah. So they're spotty. I mean, but I think you can't go wrong with Fultz. I mean, who would you trade? If you trade down and maybe you could – I don't know, guys. I keep the draft pick.
100%. I'm going all in on Fultz.
All right, so
but we're not going to see we're not, like you just said, we're not going to see them trade down or get one of those package deals that we're already hearing reports about.
Josue, right? Who the hell knows with this guy, right? Think about 3 years ago when we were all, I don't know what you guys were doing, but I was scratching my head at that Pierce KG trade for all these picks. I mean, you knew there was a long picture, but it was still kind of crazy. And to see what he's done with this, when
that trade happened, you had to be like,
what the hell?
Well, okay, you got 3 first-round draft picks. And the team that they went to had 0 future. Like, they had all aging veterans. Well, that was it.
But there was that talk, though, guys.
There was that talk that they were the second team to possibly knock out Miami.
Right. They had a 2-year window, though, and none of those picks that we had were in the 2-year window. So it was a wait-and-see type thing. But you know what? I'll say this, is that getting the number 1 pick this year, you don't trade it because that's too valuable. But you also have Brooklyn's pick next year.
And they're not looking
that makes it so much more tradable. You could trade that for anybody. Anybody you trade that pick for, if you can get a superstar for that pick, you do it in a second, in a millisecond.
Well, and I think for the teams that are trading with the Celtics, it's a little bit less risky when you're trading a star for what could be a top 3 pick or top 4 pick. You know, whereas when you're talking about personnel, Danny Ainge dukes everybody. I mean, he's like the modern day Red Auerbach. You know, when you're talking about trades, and I think, it's such an overplayed storyline, but I do believe that teams are hesitant to trade with him, especially after this last Isaiah one. I mean, that was somebody just had to say, Isaiah, go ahead and do it. And you know what I mean? Like, all his previous teams kind of held him back.
Well, you know what I'll say, too, is that could you imagine how many times Ainge probably offered this pick before it became the number 1 pick in past deals where people were like, no, I don't know.
No, I think he coveted that.
No, no, it was on the table. It was definitely on the table.
For Butler.
Yeah. I think there was a couple of times where it was on the table, and now we can go back to those people and be like, hey, I'm just saying, I'm not trading this pick now because it's the number 1 pick, but you could have had this. Do you want this next pick? Right? He could go back to them now and say, this is what you could have had. Now, here's another one. Do you want it or no? You know what I mean?
Think about how brilliant this is, guys. I mean, that's sort of just go back again. Go back 3 years in your 4 years in your head. It was this time of year. Well, it was a little bit past this. It was midsummer. We're all sitting, on our couches, and all of a sudden it comes across Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett are traded. It was like
Twitter told me that night. That's how I found
whatever.
It. Yeah, no, I know what you mean, though.
Yeah, it was a gut blow, and then you knew it was good, but you had to wait. Now here we are. I mean, geez. He's got like a gun that's locked and loaded.
No, he's got anything he wants to do right now. He can do. He can either go in all in right now for this year. If he really wanted to, he could probably sign a free agent and and trade for 2 studs and just go all in right now.
And who would have thought last year the Celtics would have been 3 games away from the NBA Finals?
Right, and it's a team. It's a base. Your base is you made it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Like you have 2 first-round draft picks, and one's the number 1 overall pick, build it. You can
Well,
do
and
anything you want to do.
You got a superstar player, a player who came to you as a role player, potentially now and going into this summer, he's a superstar. So the culture is obviously a winning culture. Free agents aren't afraid to come here anymore. Al Horford is the testimony. And then you got the potential number 1 draft pick tweeting out pictures of kids jumping up and down if he gets drafted by the Celtics. I mean, so everything is in the right place to go after a free agent, Hayward or a Griffin. I just want to flip this around, and I'm going to throw this at you because bringing it full circle, we talked about LeBron wanting to leave. If he wanted to go chase rings, where's the most logical place for him to go? I know the hit that they're saying the Lakers, but it's the Boston Celtics. I'm not saying for LeBron to come. He's not leaving Cleveland. But the Boston Celtics have the best short and long-term future in the NBA. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, you bypass the entire Eastern Conference and go right to the finals.
No question.
No question.
I mean, there's no question about it. And the best part about it is, guys, we get to cover it all. I mean, it was fun back then. It was fun back in the Big Three era, but
hey,
this
Nick,
is so... Yeah.
How tough was that 2013-14 season for CLNS Radio?
Oh, my God. It was brutal. I'll tell you what's strange. Our podcast downloads went up because people started to get more aware about podcasts, and the national coverage was down. But the YouTube page was, like, dormant. Nobody went there to watch Gerald, whoever was on
Gerald
those
Wallace.
teams. Gerald Wallace giving pressers. I mean, he couldn't even talk. It was hard to understand the way it was. Now, last year with
well, you can't misrecognize Gerald Wallace's voice.
No,
it's Gerald. You know it's Gerald.
His media day from that year, that video is still getting 10,000 hits a month. That video has like 1 million hits. It has like 1 million views. That one where he was just, they're calling like the human didgeridoo or whatever.
The didgeridoo, yeah.
The Australian instrument, yeah.
Yeah, that one went viral, that video. But I mean, guys, we're lucky, right? It's going to be a great run. I don't see how we could fuck it up.
No,
I mean, you got to be real. It's like making a grilled cheese sandwich. Could you fuck it up?
I don't know. I mean, I've had.
If you leave it on too long,
it's a little bit more difficult than the PB&J, but it's still pretty easy. You got your butter, you got your cheese, you got your bread, you got a stove. So does Danny Ainge has all the tools.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he even throws some bacon on there, dude. I don't know.
I put a tomato on it.
Thank you. You know what I was gonna say? Tomato.
Mayo on a grilled
top
cheese
with that ginger, and you got a tomato in that.
You put a little tomato. You put a little bacon, and you add some cheddar cheese on that bitch. You're good.
Are you kidding? Ketchup on the side?
Oh, you guys are insane. It's some deluxe grilled cheese you guys are talking about right now. I've never heard of this.
You might as well throw some ham or turkey on there as well.
No need for
change it all up.
Anything else. No need for anything else. You already made a perfect one.
All right, Nick.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me to bring the show right off the rails.
So quickly too. How do we end up here talking about deluxe grilled cheese sandwiches?
So tater tots, guys. Tater tots.
He's got a grilled cheese, baby.
All right, Nick. So I mean, we do this every single year. I don't know if you heard us last.
I'm sure I did. I listen every week.
Well, last year, every NBA Finals, we do what we call 1,000,001 questions, where we ask you a bunch of questions pertaining to the NBA Finals matchup, and we ask you to answer quickly and as honestly as possible. But before we get into that, real quick, tell us about this the revamp, so to speak, of the CLNS Media.
Man, thank you. This is awesome. Yeah, it's like long overdue. I went and I joined you guys on the road, Josue. I should have been working with the web developers on the website, but I was out covering the Celtics during the playoffs. So since I've gotten back, every 3 days we're meeting with the web developers. This site is going to be a grilled cheese sandwich. That's all I can say.
With the bacon,
it's gonna be swag.
There we go.
Listen, it's all about we're all about the Celtics. Obviously, that's where our roots are, but it's all about the NBA now because more and more other teams are. I mean, we have Lakers. Who would ever think we'd have Lakers Nation on our network?
You got the Sixers on there too, right?
I was a little offended when I saw the Lakers on there.
Well, don't be offended, man. Now, I'm going to offend you a little bit. Guess who's number 2 in our ratings?
The Lakers.
The Lakers Nation podcast. Yeah, it's number 2.
Damn.
Number 1 is MMA Roasted. It's an MMA show.
No, I wouldn't have guessed that.
I thought you were going to say Causeway Street there, man.
No,
you guys, I don't know, man. You guys.
Sean, why'd you bring it up, Sean? Why'd you bring it up?
I love when Josue uploads a photo that eats all the bandwidth for the entire month.
See what you did, Dutra? See what you did? All
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Before you move on,
let me get all my questions in.
No, let him go. Let him go.
We've got to talk about Hoiberg a little bit. We're all here now. I mean, come on. I go outside for 1 minute.
Yeah,
and
you
this
just
is the entire
missed it.
Playoffs.
You just
everything Josue did would happen right before I walked in the door, and then I'd hear all the fallout from everybody. There was the Hoiberg. There was one other one, Josue. What was it?
No, it's just the Hoiberg, man.
No, you asked him.
Oh, it sounds like there was something else too.
Oh, it was Scotty Brooks.
Yeah, Scotty
What'd
Brooks.
you do to Brooks?
Tell your boys about that. That's the best.
Oh, what did you do to Scotty Brooks?
I left the game and I went straight on the airplane pretty much 5 hours later, and I went to Honduras.
Really
I went on vacation. I was on vacation at Game 7, actually. That's what happened. That's why that happened, actually.
What happened,
guys,
though?
You don't even want to know. He'll tell you when we get off the air. It's one of the
I'll say
best. Go ahead.
All right. So,
explain yourself.
Now, keep in mind, NBA TV is on. Cameras right on them.
This is pregame.
Go ahead.
Pregame.
Oh, okay.
Thank God it wasn't postgame.
Okay. Well, that's why I didn't see it. Okay, but go ahead.
All right. So it's Game 7. Right before Game 7 is going to start, and so I get the mic and I'm like, hey, Scott, you've been in Game 7s before. Of course, this is another Game 7 for you. What's the biggest difference between this Game 7 and last year's Game 7?
Nick is dying right now.
He goes, who, Larry Birds? He goes, what are you talking about?
Hold on. I'm not done, Nick. Hold on. Okay. So he goes. This is where like my heart dropped. He goes, last year's playoffs.
Oh shit! You fucked him up.
Watch the video.
And so then I go. I go. Yeah. I go. Last year's play. 2 years ago, the last time you were in a Game 7, the last time. You mean as a player? You mean like when Larry Bird was there? I was like, the last time you were in Game 7, last time, not last year. My bad. I just dropped the mic. But he was nice about it, man. If he was, oh man, can you imagine if that was like Popovich or somebody? Man,
if that was Hoiberg, Hoiberg would have stormed off the stage like they're doing.
He would
have threw the mic at Sway.
The whole table would have gone at Joe.
If that was Popovich, I would have walked off. I would have been the Hoiberg in that situation. Absolutely.
It was just great because I always arrived late and I'd walk in and Josue would just be shaking his head.
I'm like before somebody else tells you, I'm going to tell you what happened. That's what happened in that situation.
Guys, my first question to him is, who were you representing? WEEI, Causeway Street Podcast, or CLNS? EEI and Causeway. Okay, cool. It's all funny.
It's all good.
Although I was kind of pissed for Hoiberg because that one went viral. That would have been great. I probably would have been. I don't know how I would have reacted.
Is that why you sent me to DC? That's why you sent me to DC. He was like,
that's why I
he's going to make Scott Brooks walk off somehow.
Oh, he saw you in D.C. and he was like, fuck. This kid won't leave me alone.
Why are you following me?
Yo, dude, you go on YouTube, there's tons of parodies of that. It's great.
I saw a few. Yeah, I saw a few.
Yeah, you made history.
That was a crazy time. All right,
let's get into jumped off and went to some island.
Yeah,
making him say no. Sway is the king at making anybody say no. I'll tell you that.
Oh, my God. It was a great. I can't wait for this year, though. So, yeah, the rebrand, that's it. So let's get on to the next segment.
All right, let's do it, man. This is $1,000,001 questions. You ready?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to know the answers here. Don't make a fool out of me.
Go. Quickly and honest. Let's go.
It's all opinions. That's it. You give us your opinion.
All right, Nick.
Go ahead.
You need one of them to make a shot with 10 seconds left to save your life. Who are you taking, Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Michael Jordan.
That's not even a question, man. What the hell is that?
That was so easy. That was
the easiest. We start you with a layup.
We got to warm them up, right? Yeah, all right. Who wins in a fight, Zaza Pachulia or Tristan Thompson?
Tristan Thompson.
Woo.
Oh, Zaza. That's just because Zaza made that silly dance. He showed his feminine side. Tristan Thompson would just slam him right down. That would be it.
What about Tristan Thompson or Matt Barnes?
Oh, Barnes would have some sort of gun or something on him.
He'd have a weapon.
He wouldn't play fair.
He'd have like the old school WWF. He'd have like an adamant object.
He wouldn't play fair. All right. What about between Matt Barnes and J.R. Smith?
Oh man,
that's a good one.
Yeah, J.R. Smith. He's got one screw looser, I think.
If you were a famous athlete, would you date a Kardashian? This is Duch's question.
You phrased it wrong. Wait.
Sorry.
Nick, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. You are how you are right now, okay? You are you, just like I am I, right?
Leave it to Dutra to freaking break down the question more.
Just imagine you are in the NBA, and you're not like the best player in the NBA.
And you're not conceited. You're not. Yeah.
But Khloe Kardashian comes up to you and is like, "Hey, you want to hang out sometime?" What do?
What's my contract with the team?
You are on the
Is it
last.
big?
You are your rookie deal still.
That's it. I'm a Kardashian.
There you
That's
go.
it. Yeah, there it
That's
is. That just named it right there. Money talks, baby.
Yeah, man, you gotta-
got a grilled cheese.
You been watching the NHL finals at all?
Nope. No. Quick
No.
answer.
Said,
Just killed
Well,
your
no.
question.
There goes my question. No,
All right, here we go. I got you.
No, I'm only NBA, man.
All right, Nick, who's hotter, Rihanna or Beyonce? Which one are you? You a Beyonce person or you a Rihanna?
Beyonce.
I'm the
That's
same way.
ridiculous.
See,
this is
why
ridiculous.
is that ridiculous?
This
No.
is ridiculous.
I'm always
No.
on this side of the argument, and I get so many Rihanna people. I'm like, no, I think Beyonce is hot. Don't get me wrong. Rihanna's beautiful. They're both beautiful.
No.
But out of the two, I'm
Something
taking
about
Beyonce.
She's
No.
classy, man.
Nope,
But
she is
yeah.
not classy. Get
Joel-
out of here.
Joel
with
looks like
classy.
he's on the fence. Who you got, Joel?
Classy?
They both can get it.
No, Michelle Obama
man.
is
Oh,
classy.
you gonna ride the
Okay.
fence on this
They
one?
both can get it.
You gonna ride the fence on this one, Joel?
Well,
No, you gotta pick one.
All right. But for what reason though? For me just to have a one night stand with, or for me to
Marry.
wife up? Or to what? Marry Beyonce.
No, you marry Rihanna and you just
Beyonce.
hope. You count down the days.
No, Beyonce.
That's what you do with Rihanna. You have the best 4 weeks of marriage in your life. That's what it is. You'll have the worst 8-year marriage to Beyonce in your entire life. But you have the best 4-week marriage with Rihanna, all right? I'll tell you that, 100%.
All right, I already answered your
short-term
question.
fix there. There you go.
I already answered. I said to marry Beyonce, to have fun with Rihanna.
I would still
Rihanna.
marry her to have fun with her. Just saying.
Nick, true or false? When you first heard the podcast, did you think Sean Dutra was black?
And I want to add an aside to that. I was just now thinking in my head, did Josue tell me he's not black? No, I'm just kidding.
You still don't know?
No, I'm just kidding. I did.
I am white as fuck.
Dutra's dying right now.
Was I drunk in a bar and met you one night? Were we all together, Josue? And he
No,
came in?
we were. It was like before the game. We were in the media room, and you were like, "Dude, it's Sean." I think you saw a picture of us. I don't know how you found out he wasn't, but you were like, "Dude, don't say anything." But I completely thought Sean was black. I was like, "What?" I couldn't stop laughing. He goes, "Dude, do not tell him that." I go, "I don't know, man. That's pretty funny, man."
I don't even know.
Josue,
I don't even know how to
think
feel
I
right
said-
now.
I think I said I wish I never knew the truth. Now I don't like the show as much. I like it better then. That's a true story, man. That is true.
I have to figure myself out after this episode, man. Jesus.
Oh man, now we're all gonna get hate mail.
It's okay.
All right.
I did not vote Trump, so I guess I'm on that side.
Oh boy, I'm not going there. Stay away from that one.
All right, I got a question.
Yeah,
Where would you prefer to be lost for one day? In Oakland or in Cleveland?
Oakland, because you can walk across the bridge to San Fran and you're good. Cleveland, you're in the middle of a dump. Like, what's there? How about Josue? I'm like, I think was I talking to you or somebody else, and Bull Pet's like, Cleveland's awesome, man. There's a lot to do there. I'm like, what's in Cleveland? Is there anything in Cleveland besides the Q?
May I ask you, I have heard, like, that's not the first person that I've heard that said Cleveland is great.
Was
That's a
It's
good
the
night
weirdest
player.
thing.
Is it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame there or no?
It's like Canton. No, Canton's football.
Oh, the Rock and Roll is in.
It's in Ohio.
Cleveland.
It's in Ohio,
Yeah,
right?
it's in Ohio.
I don't
for
think
sure.
it's in Cleveland. It's probably a suburb of Cleveland.
Oh well.
All right, we're gonna ask the question.
Yeah, go ahead, Sean. We left that one for you.
All right, man. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
What you got, Sean?
Who do you got in the finals?
Oh come on, Warriors at 6.
All right. Have you ever had a Cleveland steamer? He's thinking about it.
No.
Who did we ask last year? We asked that one last year.
Put it on a pedestal for you right there, man.
Here's what I love about this show too. We all talk at one time. Everybody's talking at the same time. No one can hear anybody.
That's
Great.
it. That's it. So no one heard
Just
you
like-
say yes right there. That was weird.
Yeah, yeah, it's like TNT. They always talk all at the same time, those guys. You can never hear what they're saying.
Hell yeah.
All right, Nick. Last question.
Please.
Got to answer this
He said
honestly.
please.
Completely honestly.
Go
Do
ahead.
you like this jingle?
CLNS. When you want the best.
Oh, we gotta cut this out. I love it. I love it, dude. We gotta. Let's get Larry on the phone. We'll have him start.
Do
playing
it.
this.
The fact that you never bring it up to me, I'm like, I don't think he likes it, dude. I don't think Nick is a fan of the CLNS jingle that Sean does. I don't think
I love the jingle. I just don't bring it up very often. It is my favorite.
very often.
Love
You
it.
haven't brought it up once.
No, that's
I
it.
know I
It's
haven't.
too
I was
good.
too fixated
It's
on the
too
on
good.
the
On the hot takes?
Well, whatever, guys.
On
Yeah,
the
the
hot
hot
takes?
takes.
No,
that
he was
come
like,
out.
he was
Yep.
like, I think I like it, but is he black?
Now, if he's black, I definitely love it.
We can get him in the studio. We can get going.
Oh man. This show's got to go on YouTube, boys. It has to.
100%.
It's too good for you guys not to have a visual. Like
Every
I-
week, Sean asks, Do you know if he likes the jingle or not? We're like, no, we haven't asked him. He's never mentioned it, so just keep
I
going
laugh
and
out
see if he
loud
likes
at
it or not.
I laugh out loud at it, but I didn't want to encourage it. You know what I'm saying?
I liked not knowing. I was like, no, I'm not going to ask him. I don't want to know the answer to that question. Just keep doing it. We'll see if he brings it up.
I just kept picturing in my head, like, I fucking hate it. Stop doing it. Like that type
No,
of thing.
keep. As a matter of fact, during pressers next year, that's how I want you to do your affiliation, Josue, just like that.
Oh, I can't hit those
Sing
notes
it.
like Sean.
Just play it off your phone. Just hit play.
There
and
you go.
then-
Play
There
it
it
off my
is.
phone on the mic.
Joseph Boone from CLNS.
When you want the best.
Guarantee you it puts a smile on Brad Stevens' face. Like, what the fuck was
Or,
that?
Most definitely.
Or Fred Hoiberg when you get him again, man. You just
What if we send you? We should send you to every Bulls game this year, Josue, out to Chicago. We should just put you on the road with the Bulls. What if it could be a reality show. Every time we turned around, there you were.
Or whatever team
The
he's
life of
coaching.
Hoiberg.
It's just you. It's
the
just,
life of Hoiberg.
if he goes
Yeah.
back to college and then Sway is right there. Yeah, see, that's
There
right.
he is.
Like,
Yeah,
how are
high
you covering
school-
college basketball now? Get the hell out of
High
here.
school, little league,
He
Josue's
goes to
there.
his little league practice, man.
YMCA basketball. Joseph Pavone, CLNS Radio. Get
Oh,
away
man.
from me.
Go away. You ruined
No,
his career.
nobody carries anymore, okay? I'm sorry I fucking brought it up.
You single-handedly
He just has a
ruined that
nervous
guy's
breakdown.
career.
I think he did.
And wait a minute, and simultaneously ruined that Vince idiot from CSN Chicago's career.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
What a
my
moron.
boy
that
Vinny.
guy.
Our boy.
That idiot.
Fan of the show, Vinny.
Oh,
Shout out to you, Vinny.
Vinny.
I'm shocked he didn't want to come on the podcast. Shocked.
I'm
We
shocked.
extended an invite and everything.
We would have just asked him if he'd like the jingle. That's it. That's all we would have asked. That's all we would have asked. It would have been fun and games.
He went on your home court and badmouthed you on your home cable company.
Believe that shit? Ain't that some shit?
I
Man?
can't believe that.
Badmouth you, bro.
And you know what's even better? CSN New England didn't even stick up for you.
Yeah. Wait, what? For me?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure they did.
They did.
Oh man. All right, but he's Nick Gelso
That's it.
of CLNS Media,
Come on, one more
CEO
time.
and founder of the CLNS Media Network. Hey
Whoa.
Nick, I don't
Hold
think
on.
I've laughed this much in an interview, man.
Hold
This
on.
is
Hold
great.
on, no. He's the founder of what?
CLNS.
When you want the best.
We got to get that on the post-game show switchboard.
Gotta get
Larry
the-
will have a heart
We need
attack.
that, we need that riff though. We need that
gotta
guitar
get
riff.
the riff.
I don't know, though.
I
I don't know, though, Nick. It's going to cost you a little bit of money over here.
I figured I'd have to
For
give
these
up some
pipes, all
scratch.
right? For these pipes.
Selling jingles over here.
No,
I
just
figured
saying.
hustler over there. The hustler.
Oh, yeah. you
Sean's
know
like,
me.
I
Hustling
heard.
me.
Sean said, I heard CEO. Wait, I don't know. What is that? What is that?
Yeah, but you could be the CEO of anything. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Nothing for nothing is nothing.
Nick, tell our listeners where they can find you on Twitter.
At CLNS _ Nick.
Absolutely.
CLNS?
That's a
You
must
need me to
follow,
read
guys.
that? You need me to read that? Or?
Gotta follow Nick on Twitter, man. He's a great follow. Nick, we appreciate the time.
Thanks,
we will absolutely
guys.
do
was
this
a
again.
Ball. Yes, a blast. See you later, fellas.
All right.
Thanks
All
for
right,
the
you
laugh.
guys.
Take care, brother.
Oh, man.
I think we're going to get fired.
I don't think I have a laugh so
We're going to get fired.
I've never laughed so hard behind a mic, man.
I know, man.
I thought he went quiet for a second. I was like, oh, I don't think he likes it. I'm like, my suspicions.
Well, no, Sean went quiet for a second. I'm like, is he going to do it? I thought you were going to. I thought you were either going to start laughing or just completely pussy out.
I thought you were going to pussy out and not ask him the question. You better ask him.
Are you
if
kidding
he likes
me?
It or not.
I would have told. I was just setting him up for the Cleveland Steven
that was
question.
Good.
That was good. I didn't see that one coming. I'm surprised.
He's like, what kind of fucking question is that?
I forgot we were going to ask him about the CLNS jingle, but let's get going. All right, let's talk about Markelle Fultz, baby. I'm down.
No, let's wrap this up in case you missed it. NBA Finals edition of In Case You Missed It.
All right, hold on.
It's been a while. So.
Wait. I have a conspiracy theory. I got a conspiracy theory. Yo, this beat just got real quick.
You going to the club?
Doom. Nah, but for real. Yo, this beat is too much right now. No, I like it though. Bring that shit back. That shit was fire, bro. All I'm saying is this. LeBron realizes LeBron rules all, right? LeBron James is losing the finals intentionally to make sure that Adam Silver does something about Kevin Durant going to the Warriors.
Yeah, but it was on him, though.
It wasn't on him.
Yeah. That's his legacy. When people talk about LeBron James, his legacy, that's what he did. He left to go form a super team, and Kevin Durant's like, you know what? I'll do what you want better. I'll go to a team that's already formed.
No.
What would Silver do? Force them to trade?
No, I just feel like Adam Silver could come down at any time and say, hey, this was fucked up. You're not going to ruin a league like this. We have a great product here. You're not going to ruin it. So, like, Kevin Durant, one of you four have to leave. Like, one of you four have to leave. Like, that's it.
So you want him to pull a David Stern when,
yes.
when Chris Paul went to the Lakers?
Exactly.
Every time that happens?
No. But normally, he should be there to block the best player in the NBA to go with the best team of all time, man. That he should be there to block that. So that's it. So my conspiracy theory is that LeBron James is trying to lose the finals by a lot to make sure that Adam Silver steps in and sets parity back in the NBA.
All right. There you have it.
Play that shit again, though. Yeah. You heard me?
You heard it here first.
What?
Sean Dutra's conspiracies.
I like your shoes.
What did you say?
Is your shirt blue?
Yeah.
Or is it white? I can't tell with these lights in here. All right, let's get out the club. Let's go outside for a cigarette, man. Let's get out. Let's go in case you missed it, man.
That did it for Sean. That's it. He's like, let's go out tonight. Fuck it. You got to work tomorrow, but let's go out.
And we're out.
Man, no, I'm just talking about let's get out of the club. Sometimes you just hear that tempo.
Like, we got to get out of here. I got you.
I don't even smoke, but I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. Just to get the fuck out of here for 5 minutes, man.
It's like the same song on for like 12 minutes straight. You're like, something ain't right here.
All right, Joel, what do we miss? The finals edition of In Case You Missed It.
That beat, that was dope.
In case you missed it.
In case you missed it. You remember how Charles Barkley was shitting on the NBA in the playoffs, talking about how boring it was, and the finals after the first 3 games. So he thought that, it was going to be a sweep. After Game 4, he was surprised that the Cavaliers came out the way they did and forced a Game 5. So he had no intentions of covering the rest of the finals. Said, you know what? I'm taking my ass to a fat camp. I'm going to lose this weight. I've become very unhealthy. I have no intentions of watching the rest of the NBA Finals if it goes beyond Game 4.
Tony Perkins?
I think so.
Yeah, but
Perkins system?
Yeah, but he dropped.
So
he messed up because he
lack of hustle.
He made a bet. He made a bet on NBA TV. He said, "You know what? If this series goes to 5 games, I will personally cover it myself." That's what he said.
Don't you all want to be skinny wieners?
So we got to see if he actually sticks to his word and he's going to show up and cover the game for it's for NBA TV. It won't be for
he went
ABC,
to a fat
for
camp?
NBA TV.
Did he go to a fat camp?
No, he's going. It's not a camp. It's a farm. He said.
Fat
camp. He's called it a fat farm.
So it's fat camp.
Sure.
I guess maybe for adults and rich people, it's a farm. Maybe.
It's a farm. It's on a farm.
So it's like when you're like, yeah, I'm definitely not gonna go to the gym every day. Let me get an actual job that I need to fucking work. I need to fucking be an athlete for, like farming. Like if you could imagine farming, you probably walk.
Well, I think they call it
75,000 steps a day.
Well, I think they call it a farm, not because they actually do any farming work, but because it's on a shitload of acres.
You think
far away.
What do you think they grow on that farm?
I don't think they grow anything. They just call it a farm.
What do you think they grow on the farm?
Like vegetables.
Sugar cane.
Just vegetables.
What does that have to do with anything?
That's all they got.
Fat camp, sugar.
But it's not a camp. It's a farm.
All right. All I know, if he wants to go to a fat camp, he should call Tony Perkins. Get in on that.
Isn't there like a ranch in like Las Vegas where it has nothing to do with cowboys? It's just a bunch of naked women.
That's called the Bunny Ranch.
There you go. You think it's an actual ranch?
No, that's a
I think you could think it's a ranch.
Yeah. So my point here with the farm,
the fat farm is a whorehouse.
It's not
a whorehouse, huh?
Could be.
That's what we're talking about.
It could be, but not a farm though.
Here, Charles. Here's 14 women.
Oh, thanks.
Lose some weight. That'd probably be the best motivation you could give him.
That's his goal.
He's like, all 14 women
goal.
may want to sleep with you, but only if you lose some weight. He's like, damn. He's just seeing them all make it out and shit. He's like, whew. All I gotta do is lose some weight. Jesus, all right.
Knock off 50 pounds.
Where's the fucking elliptical?
Where's the fucking sauna? I'm just sitting there for like 5
and there's
hours.
there's like one ugly fat chick that just comes up immediately and is just like, hey, Charles. And you're like,
he'd be like, are you from San Antonio?
I need to lose some weight.
In case you missed it, Derek Fisher last week.
I heard about this.
Last week, arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol after flipping his SUV. Oh, so we thought was his SUV.
Was it his?
On a highway near L.A., riding with his new girlfriend.
Wait.
Gloria Govin, who is Matt Barnes' ex-wife, the mother of his 2 twin boys. So it turns out during the investigation that the car he was driving was Matt Barnes' Escalade.
You had to ask Sway. I wanted you to ask Sway, man. Yo, this saga continues.
And the plot thickens.
I love this shit. This is the dirtiest shit. This is not even gonna joke. Not even gonna joke.
No,
I really think.
Did you hear that Matt Barnes is traveling across the country to go kick his ass again?
No. Derek Fisher and Matt Barnes definitely banged this chick at the same time at one point.
I doubt that.
Nope.
I bet you they banged a chick at the same time, but not this chick.
They're sharing cars. They're
not sharing cars.
Kids.
He's probably driving and not realizing that it was his. I bet you he was like, oh, it's your car? And she's like, yeah, I own everything he has anyway, so fuck it.
Right. That's exactly what happened. Yeah. She was like, how about you drive? I don't want to drive.
I don't feel like driving. Yeah.
Matt Barnes just get a notification at 3 o'clock in the morning, like, Matt Barnes fucking what? Overturn or not? I'm in bed. Fisher!
Fish! That motherfucker.
He's like, the Gloria Fisher! He knows right away.
Immediately knows it's Derek Fisher.
Fish.
Yo, you know what I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. Derek Fisher will never coach in the NBA again.
No.
Courtesy,
or work on NBA TV either.
Courtesy of Matt Barnes. Because if it was anybody else but an actual NBA player that he was fucking around with in somebody's life with, it wouldn't be a problem. Like if it was fucking Joe Schmo's life and he flipped his card, it'd be like, well, Joe Schmo's there again, man. This is weird, but Derek Fisher's just got some issues, so we're going to have to deal with that. And he deals with the issues, comes back. Now, any NBA job he ever has, nope, he can't do it. Can't do it. Right, Matt Barnes is going to be the next coach of the New York Knicks. You watch that shit.
All right, what else we
I highly doubt that. In case you missed it, Darius Miles. We all remember Darius Miles, right?
D. Miles.
Dude with the, putting those 2 fucking fists on his head every time he dunked the ball.
Q Rich.
Him and Q Rich, yep.
Former Celtic
for like preseason. Has
days.
filed for bankruptcy, folks. After making $60 million during his short NBA career, he's had
How the fuck do you do that shit?
He had a bankruptcy sale. He's lost everything, which includes a LeBron James jersey, some guns, and many VCRs.
Yo, D. Miles was running one of those garage sales that we saw 2 blocks away from the studio today.
I get it now. I get why he got bankrupt because he invested in VCRs. Okay, fair enough.
Look, as of last year, no, I think 2 years ago, 2015, they officially discontinued making VCRs. You can't find them anywhere. You can't even if you go to Amazon, you can't find them.
He is the
until you go to Darius Miles' bankruptcy sale.
Sole distributor of VCRs.
So listen to how much the LeBron jersey went for: $1,500. He also had apparently a Larry Bird signed jersey for $100. So I don't know how that went for less than the LeBron jersey.
Obviously, because none of those jerseys were actually like authenticated. It was definitely if Larry Bird signed a jersey and it went for $100.
$100.
That's non-authenticated.
Yeah, he didn't have the certificate of authentication.
He had a Lamar Odom jersey that was signed, went for $225
with blood or cocaine.
Does not state
both
if there was anything on it or any stains whatsoever.
Chloe's poop.
He actually had that at the Bunny Ranch that night.
His 5 VCRs went for a total of $21.50. And his toaster oven, $2.
The VCR, bro. The VCR. Oh my god. So if he had 10 toaster ovens, he would have beat his VCR. So you're telling me that a toaster oven is half as valuable as a VCR?
It's a VCR, baby.
I don't get the world we live in right now. I would say a toaster oven is 100 times more valuable.
You would think.
Than a VCR.
Yeah. Yeah, you can use that anytime.
You can't use a VCR for breakfast. That's common sense. Yeah. Jesus.
In case you missed it.
All right.
This week marks the 20th anniversary of Michael Jordan's flu game. Game 5 of the 1998 NBA Finals, where he scored 97. I'm sorry, why did I say 95? My bad. 97. 98. No, I said 98. Was it?
But it was 97.
It was 97. Sorry. So it marks the 20th year, right? So 97, yeah. Sorry. Can't do math. But guess what, though? I just found out, and I don't know, and this has been out for like a couple years apparently, but I saw a report where he didn't have the flu. Mm-hmm. He had food poisoning because he ordered a pizza at like 2 a.m. the day before.
Oh, and he was on the road.
And nobody wanted to eat the pizza, only him. I don't know if he ate the whole pizza, but he was the only one that had some of the pizza at least. And the trainer was the one that was part of this report. He had an interview with someone and said that Mike was very hungry and nobody wanted to go eat anywhere because it's like, yo, we're on the road. Everybody knows where we are. We've been there for a while. Yeah. Not wise to fucking eat. Pretty much just trust room service, but room service was done at that point. So he's like, the only place I could find was a pizza spot that's still open. He's like, fine, order like a bunch of pizzas.
In Utah at 2 a.m.?
Yeah, Utah.
No.
He's like, fine, order the pizza. So he gets a pizza and then he gets a phone call. The trainer, right, of the Bulls at the time, about 2 hours later, finds Michael in a fetal position. And Ron Harper, the first thing out of Ron Harper's mouth was, food poisoning, man. Food poisoning.
Michael consumed a couple of edibles tonight. Right. Really decided to eat a full pizza to his stomach.
So the symptoms of food poisoning.
It goes to show you, though, if that happened nowadays, that story would have broke like a day or two after the game.
But because of the symptoms of food poisoning are just like the flu,
here we are 20 years later.
That's why they're like, we're just gonna call it the flu game because it fucking sounds better than the food poisoning game.
Do you get like 104 degree?
Or it could have been a stomach flu
because of fucking food poisoning.
It could have been a stomach flu. Yeah. You get a fever with the stomach flu.
I don't believe this shit. I'm still going flu.
You still going flu?
Yeah, I'm still going flu.
Mr. Conspiracy Theory doesn't believe this story.
I don't believe this shit, dude.
He didn't have any symptoms the day before or the day after.
Yeah, whatever.
Just that one day.
Maybe he got a day flu. I've had a day flu.
Well, he was in bed all day right up to like 2 hours before the game. And you know the rest is history. He did what he did.
If you're about to get the flu, I'm probably with the trainer. The pizza's not the best thing to eat at 2 a.m. in the morning, right? if you're feeling flu symptoms and you eat and you think I'm about to get the flu, let me just eat a full pizza. No, you're probably gonna die if you eat a full pizza and you have flu symptoms. You're about to get the flu. So.
But he didn't have any before he ate it. It was after.
Michael Jordan's a competitor, all right?
No, I know that. That's great what he did. I'm not knocking what he did.
Michael Jordan's probably the toughest person to be like, hey,
20 years later, everyone considers it a flu game, but it could have been food poisoning.
You coming down with something, dude? He's like, Absolutely fucking not. For like the full week, he's had the flu. He probably had fucking 100-degree temperatures all week until he just decided to eat that full pizza at 2 a.m. in the morning. Then it just, his body said, yeah, we've been trying, but.
This, in case you missed it, is brought to you by
CLNS.
Hey, there it is.
When you want the best.
You got the okay from the CEO.
Make sure you download the
CLNS
mobile app.
I ain't saying this shit for free no more, man. That's that fucking shit, man.
Make sure you download the mobile app on your Apple or Android device. You can listen to the best podcasts on the whole internet, pretty much, including us, the Causeway Street Podcast. And make sure to follow us on all social media accounts, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. And that is it for
In case you missed it.
All right. Great show, guys. So real quick before we get up out of here, final prediction. We're gonna see 6 games here, 7th game, the greatest comeback of all time. No,
I think it's done.
If LeBron pulls this off, if LeBron and the Cavaliers pull this off, can we say he's the greatest of all time? Down 3-0 against the Golden State Warriors.
You can put him in the conversation, even though he's already been in the conversation.
I don't know, man. You pull this one off, I think you're the.
I mean, it's definitely the best team he's ever faced in terms of if he beats them. But
the answer is no.
Yeah.
Even if he pulls it off?
No.
All right. How far is this game going to go? The series going to go?
The series will go as long as it takes to get Markelle Fultz drafted by the Celtics, man. Number 1 overall. That's what it is.
I try to keep it non-Celtics, but of course.
All right. You want to know what the series is going to happen? Want to know what's going to happen in the series? Draymond Green's about to get fucking suspended the next game.
Nah, that would have happened already.
Yeah.
No. If that technical went against Draymond, the first one, he would have been suspended. 1 technical, he's out. 1 technical foul. If he gets 1 more, he's out for game 6.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I thought you meant he could be suspended for a game.
No,
game
I'm
5.
saying if the Cavs come out hard.
Are you saying he gets 1 more technical foul in general?
That's what he's saying.
Gotcha.
Right.
I'm saying if Draymond Green gets a technical in game 5 and the Cavs
and then
somehow win,
and then the Cavs win,
which is why he didn't get.
They don't have him in game 6.
In game 4.
Then it's
that
on.
That was a little
then
sketchy.
It's on.
See, that's not even bring it up in the fucking. In case you missed it, with the whole NBA trying to explain why.
No, that was bullshit.
Yeah, no, it was bullshit.
Absolute. They knew that.
That shit was worse than the last 2-minute report that they put out, as if it matters. Fuck it. They know what they did.
Yeah, they know what they did and they did it all wrong.
Real quick. Make sure you visit our homepage. We're probably going to have Zach on next episode as he explains or breaks down his piece on how the Celtics are going to be the next super team.
All right. We'll get into that.
Oh, and check out my piece on why LeBron will be blamed or should be blamed for when the Cavs ultimately lose the NBA Finals.
Yeah, check that out. CauseWayStreetBlog.com. And with that, we up out of here, guys. Until next time.
Draft time, right? Draft show?
Oh, the draft show is going to be lit.
What he said.
Hey.
Later.
Peace.
Bye, everybody.